One sunny afternoon, a little puppy and his friend, a small kitty, were playing together in the meadow. They chased each other in circles, rolled down grassy hills, did somersaults, and giggled in their own animal way. But during their playful games, the puppy accidentally stepped on something sharp hidden in the grass. "Ouch!" he yelped, lifting one paw in the air. It was a tiny shard of glass. Though it was small, it hurt terribly, and the puppy couldn't walk on it properly. The kitty gasped and ran over. Oh no, who would leave glass lying around like this? People should always clean up after themselves, she scolded. What if a child stepped on it barefoot, or another little animal like you? She gently nuzzled the puppy. "Come, my poor sweetie, my little snuggle tail, my baby Fluff. Let me take you home and fix you right up." At home, the kitty cleaned the puppy's paw, blew on it softly, and wrapped it carefully with a little cloth bandage. "I hope it doesn't turn into a bloom," the puppy murmured worriedly. "A what?" the kitty asked, tilting her head. "A bloom, you know, when it gets all swollen and red and white and painful." The kitty blinked. "Oh, you mean a boil?" "No, no, not a boil. A bloom. Boils grow in the forest, and you put them in a vase," said the puppy. The kitty giggled. "You silly thing, that's heather. It's the bloom that goes in a vase. A boil is what grows on a sore paw." "You're the one who's confused," pouted the puppy. "I'm telling you, a bloom comes from a paw, and a boil grows in the woods." The kitty laughed again. "Well, you call it what you want, little Fluff. But if I tell the children, they'll laugh just like me." She tucked him gently onto a pillow to rest. The puppy sat there, waiting for his bloom to appear. He wiggled, squirmed, and sighed. "I'm bored," he moaned. "Kitty, can you tell me a story?" "What kind of story?" "A nice one, with a happy ending," he said, curling his tail. "Would you like to hear about a nightgown?" "Yes, please, but only if everything turns out well for her in the end." So the kitty began. "Once upon a time, there was a little nightgown. She was plain and simple, pure white, without a single stripe, star, flower, or color. No embroidery, no patterns, just soft white cloth. But she was kind and good. One day, the little nightgown went for a walk and saw another nightgown across the way. "Oh, my!" she gasped. "You're so beautiful." The second nightgown was indeed stunning. She was covered in bright colors, little embroidered flowers, shiny golden stripes, blue stars, and tiny red hearts. "Would you like to play with me?" the plain nightgown asked. But the fancy nightgown wrinkled her collar and said, "With you? No, thank you. You have no colors, no decorations at all. You're boring." And with that, she trotted off, her ribbons swaying in the wind. The puppy whimpered. "That wasn't very nice at all." "Not one bit," nodded the kitty. And as she played alone, she wasn't careful. She slipped in the mud and got covered in brown splashes from head to hem. "Ha! That's what happens when you're too proud," the puppy said. "What happened next?" The kitty continued. The plain nightgown went home and sat quietly on her bed. She felt sad. All she wanted was to play. She thought maybe something was wrong with her, that being plain meant being unworthy. Then a little angel appeared in a flash of soft light. "Why so sad, little nightgown?" he asked kindly. "Because the pretty nightgown wouldn't play with me. She said I was plain and had no decoration, so I wasn't good enough." The angel smiled. "Don't worry about that. Go to sleep now. Tomorrow may surprise you." The nightgown lay down and fell into a gentle sleep. That night, the angel called his friends. They sewed tiny stars and hearts, blue stripes and yellow dots, silver moons, and tiny pink flowers all over her fabric. They ironed her neatly and left her glowing with joy. When she woke up, she couldn't believe her reflection. She was radiant. The puppy wagged his tail. Yay, now what? She went out for another walk, and guess who she met? Asked the kitty. The muddy, proud nightgown, guessed the puppy. Exactly. The fancy gown didn't even recognize her. Oh, what a lovely nightgown, she gasped. I wonder if she'd want to play with me. And before she could even ask, the once plain nightgown smiled and said, Come play with me. So they did. They played dolls, shopkeeper, cooking, hide and seek, tag, flower crowns, and even had a tea party. That evening, they curled up together in one bed and fell asleep smiling. And the once proud nightgown, she promised never to be proud again. The puppy smiled wide. That was the best story ever. And you know what? My paw doesn't even hurt anymore. I forgot all about it. The kitty purred. That's the magic of a good story, my little Bloom.